Hello, welcome to the Career Secrets channel. Today, we are going to talk about differentiators in your resume. Is there a silver bullet for writing a resume? While I think in general, there's no silver bullet for business success, there are definitely a couple of great tips for resume writing. Number one, you should list your greatest strengths that are most relevant for the specific job position on the top half of the first page of your resume. I talk about this many times in my Career Secrets channel. Your resume is the agenda for the interviews. This strategy will ensure that you spend most of the time discussing your relevant strength based on the job descriptions. Number two, the best differentiators are your accomplishments. Let me repeat that. This is so important. The best differentiators in your resume are your accomplishments. We get carried away putting down our years of experience, our soft skills and hard skills. But how do you differentiate yourself from your classmates and colleagues with the same start and end dates or similar tenure? You Google soft skills and hard skills. They spend more time Googling and have a longer list. Does that make their resume better? Today, we will focus on differentiators. Differentiators are the most important element of your resume. If you took Marketing 101, you should know what differentiators are. Let's spend 30 seconds on the word. From the spelling, the first part of the word is different. Again, different, D-I-F-F-E-R-E-N-T. For the resume, you want to put down why you are different from other candidates. In an interview, you are usually asked, why you? Or why do we want to hire you? While the questions are slightly different every time, the ultimate question is always, please tell us a few compelling reasons for us to choose you versus other candidates. I have put most of the content of a resume into 5 levels. The first differentiators are your accomplishments. So those are the best. Level 2, number 2, are the hard skills. Number 3, soft skills. Number 4, experience. How many years of experience usually? Number 5, basic qualifications and responsibilities. The concept should be very simple. If a lot of people can claim the same things, those are weak differentiators. If your schoolmates, friends, and colleagues can say the same things about themselves and put that into their resume, you are no different from them. Let's start with the weakest. So let's talk about number 4 and number 5 together. Qualifications, responsibilities, and experience. These are weaker ones. As an example, I completed the BBA program majoring in marketing, or I studied project management. All your classmates and a lot of your schoolmates from previous years can say the same thing. How about others who attended similar courses and programs from other colleges and universities? I have been a marketing manager, a cost accountant, or a customer service rep for 2 years. You know how many people got the same thing in their resumes? How unique is that? Not very. If you have 10 years of experience, obviously it's better than 1 year to 9 years. The most important thing is, what have you accomplished in those years? And why don't you articulate your accomplishments during those years? Let's go up a level. The soft skills. What are soft skills? The examples are communications, interpersonal, time management, teamwork, adaptability. So those are just some examples. The list can go on. While you put all these soft skills down, I can do the exact same thing. I can conduct more research on Google and put more skills down. Will that make my resume better? Maybe, maybe not. But no one will say I am a terrible communicator. I have poor communication skills, and I have always had conflicts with my colleagues. I'm horrific in time management. I never finish my work on time, and I don't like working in a team setting, and I hate changes. Therefore, by default, I have pretty good soft skills. I would rather spend more time articulating my achievements because that's going to differentiate myself. Level number 2, hard skills. I think hard skills are better because you can't just put them down. You have to at least know something about the topic. You've taken a course or you've used the tools. What are hard skills, for example? Bilingual, multilingual, you know software suite, you know sales engine optimization, SEO, and you've done the marketing. You know some programming language like Python, Java, and Ruby. You know video editing. You know some CRM software like Salesforce. You're a graphic designer. You know photography. You're familiar with UX, user experience, and you've done UI design, user interface. You're familiar with Google Analytics, photography. You've done social media and event planning. The next one is Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. Now, these are so common, they are hardly considered as differentiators. Unless you have advanced level certification for Excel and the job calls for an Excel expert, I wouldn't put those down as differentiators. For all these hard skills, I would suggest that you quote something solid. For example, particular experience for some companies, or you've done your own website, and so on and so forth. The actual work, rather than saying that I've done it. Let's talk about the best. Number 1, level number 1. The best differentiators, again, are accomplishments. So what are we talking about? The key is to quantify numbers. Quantify your accomplishments. You must talk about the improvements based on the strategies, plans, and execution, and the actual numbers. The numbers increased, the dollars went up, or percentage growth. For example number 1. Led a team of 5 specialists achieved 150% of the quarterly target 4 years in a row. So in this short sentence, I've got 3 numbers. 5 specialists achieve 150% and quarterly targets 4 years in a row. So that's a good accomplishment. Let's look at a bad example. Example number 2. Responsible for answering all customer complaint emails. This is more of a job responsibility. So your next door neighbor or your next colleague sitting next to you can claim the same thing because he's got the same job. So nothing differentiating you. I would change it to something like this. Resolved customer issues within 24 hours with a 95% resolution rate. Improved satisfaction rate to 98%. I would add further some kind of a time frame onto it. So that's example number 2. Example number 3 is very common. Hardworking. So this is the very junior people would say that they're hardworking because they have nothing to put into their resume. My question would be, how many hours do you work? You said you're hardworking. You work 19 hours a day, 20 hours a day, or 24 hours a day? That's a joke. You can then turn it into something more solid. For example, processed 150 transactions in 9 hours a day, or something like that. Put a time frame on it. 150 transactions are a lot, and a work day is usually 8 hours. So you work 9 hours, so you work extra hours. The 150 transaction depends on the industry, could be a high number. So you can quantify it, and you can present it in such a positive way that you are an overachiever, highlighting that. Example 4, I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm talking now about a pharmacist. A pharmacist is very difficult to put down numbers, but this should be a good one. Dispense or processed 600 prescriptions a day. So that's a lot. How do you do it? Well, online pharmacists can do this. There are different ways to do it. The key, again, is to quantify it as much as possible using numbers, dollars, and percentages, and especially what you did in accomplishing that growth, that increase, and so on. In one of my videos, longtime headhunter Louis talked about the importance of storytelling. So Louis, again, talked about the importance of storytelling. He mentioned that storytelling is 60% of the marks in an interview, 60%. When you craft a powerful resume with strong differentiators, it will help you stand out. It will help you ace your interview because whatever you will be talking about will be right there. Again, that other strategy is to put all the important, relevant, strong, compelling strengths, your differentiators, your accomplishments, on the top part of the first page of your resume. Remember that? So from my standpoint, you'll be able to ace your interview using this methodology. You should spend the time to quantify your achievements. They are your best differentiators. Why did I do this today? It was interesting. Professor Phil Chang actually recorded a video with me, and he was talking about transferable skills. And I actually Googled a bit online, and I use examples from my students, Googling customer service rep from Nigeria. What are the transferable skills? And I got a list. And then I did something else for an accountant, and I did something else for a pharmacist from the Philippines. And then I thought about it. Wait a minute, these soft skills and the hard skills, they're not the strongest differentiators. The strongest differentiators that I've known over the years are your achievements. You just need to spend the time in articulating them. Again, they are the best differentiators. Until next time, I'm Professor Edmund, and these are your career secrets. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.